I wish I didn't have to talk about this in this video. Unfortunately, due to what I am going to be discussing, it's necessary to make direct references to this. And in a lot of ways, I'm probably going to regret making this video in general, but I feel this is something that needs to be said because I have seen this type of thing happening more and more frequently, and it's been getting worse each time. And every time I've wanted to say something but held back, and this time I just couldn't anymore. I'm sure a lot of you are aware that the event that I'm referencing is the shooting in Orlando that took the lives of 50 people. This was a heinous act that I do not even like to think that we as humans are able to commit. The person that did this was a monster. There is no other way to describe it. And I would have really liked for the families to be given time to grieve and just not had these kind of things said in general. I'm not saying don't report a shooting. I'm not so blind as to believe that that is either possible or even a good idea. No, I'm saying when these kind of acts happen, for the sake of the families, if nothing else, leave your politics, leave your ideology out of it. Give people time to grieve. A couple days, a week, something like that. And that's one of the reasons I hate myself right now, because I am talking about it so close to the actual event happening itself. And I wish I wouldn't, but I just can't stop myself anymore because I have seen this getting worse every year. Our gaming media, for whatever reason, latches on to these events and goes Jack Thompson. A editor for Polygon on Twitter, just hours after the shooting, might I add, and I'm going to quote this verbatim so that there's no chance of me misrepresenting it. The tweet in particular that I'm referencing is, the question I'm referring to is this: how many mass shootings until the game industry stops making shooting people seem fun? That is something I would honestly expect out of Jack Thompson's mouth, or a politician, because it's an election year, and that's what they do. I would not expect that from a member of the gaming press. As the day progressed, he went on to defend himself and say, no, you're misinterpreting what I was saying, including, but not limited to, I like shooter games, but I have zero appetite for them after events like this, and I'm wondering if the industry is considering that. How messed up do you have to be just several hours after shooting to then in some way blame video games for that shooting, and even worse, as a member of the gaming press to do that? Have you no morals, conscience, consideration of others? And I have seen people come out defending this person. This was a discussion that needed to happen. We needed to start this conversation. It was not a bad idea, it was a good idea, etc. No. if this was a good idea, first, you would not have deleted the tweets. This is what he did. He did delete the tweets later on. I would like to think it's because he maybe realized this was a bad idea considering his job, but also, and this is what I would more like to think is the reality, he had a brain cell finally charge up, and it told him this was in very bad taste, considering it was so soon after the event. Whether that is the case or not, I don't know. I would like to believe in the better of people. I really would. I have seen this year after year with these events. Jack Thompson and politicians for the better part of a decade latched on to these immediately afterwards. Certain culture critics, after school shootings, would blame first-person shooters. And now our own official gaming media is, in some way, shape, or form, blaming games for this. I would not be as angry as I am right now if they had at least waited a few days to do this. Then at least I would have said, it's stupid, but they didn't do it immediately, so that's better. This was in poor taste, to say the least. I have seen other gaming critics actually say maybe E3 or the companies that are going to E3 should look at their gaming lineup and consider the events of Orlando and change some of the things they might be presenting. That one I'm slightly paraphrasing. I have seen that pop up from several places. This is disgusting that this is happening. I'm disgusted with myself that I'm talking about this just a day after it happened. But these fuckers, mere hours afterwards, were quick to jump on the let's blame games bandwagon. Please, for the sake of humanity, if you don't care about yourself, care about the people who are grieving right now. Wait a few days, please. That's all I'm asking. Have some consideration for others, please. This has been Math Machine, just getting something off my chest. Thank you.